far away from where we want to be. It's not like we had it on this really high dose and it didn't work.
Right.
And we're going to play around with it till we find how Sophie's most comfortable with it.
We're 100% going to keep using the cannabis moving forward. You know, now we're going to increase her. Not only just because I believe it will work alongside the chemo, but it will also counteract the side effects of the chemo. I don't think that cannabis has failed us. I think that we don't have our dose right. We're in uncharted waters. We're lab rats.
I am Mara. Hello, Angela. Oh, my pleasure. Nice to meet you in person.
Yeah. Doctors will call us. We have one doctor that called me a cannabis doula. You know, and like, I think Jeff called me like a cannabis midwife. Oh, wow.
Take a smell.
Oh, I just can see it, first of all.
They did say
Thinness.
you have to let it breathe.
Who said?
The person that I bought it from.
This is alcohol. This is just pure alcohol in here with a little bit of cannabis diluted in it. Okay, here's what I brought. For example, this is the high THC.
Right.
This is the one that
Is that
Stuart
labeled?
made. Everything's labeled.
Can you put your feet down or no? No?
Where's the pain the most?
My stomach and my head.
In your head? This oil that we made is is different. It's a little different. It's stronger. And it doesn't have all that alcohol in it. That alcohol could be burning your stomach too. So, any questions you have, any concerns, anything. But I want to know all the adjectives, all the adverbs, how you're feeling, anything that doesn't seem right or whatever. And if this strain doesn't work we'll try another strain. There's 4,500 strains, and we'll find one that helps.
Wow.
We have probably the most paperwork of anyone I know, of any collective. We tell people right off the bat, we're collecting their data. We are expecting to use the data to help find solutions for diseases and for, to help to use it for other people. It's all just experimentation at this point.
Okay.
All right. Is that better?
You've had a lot on your plate over the last couple of weeks.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm here to answer any questions you have and walk you through what we're going to do. One of the syringes I sent you is Hindu Kush.
Okay.
And the other one is something called Yummy.
Okay, I see now.
And the Yummy is a 2-to-1 CBD to THC.
So you said that the Yummy is higher in CBD. Am I hearing you right? Okay.
The Hindu Kush is a high THC. And I'm not sure which one is going to do better. After an hour, maybe 2 hours, just see how he does. I mean, you're his mom and dad. You guys are
Right.
really know your son.
Right.
You don't ever have to worry about him taking too much, and in a matter of hours, it'll be over.
Okay.
There's nothing that you can do to screw it up other than to not give him his medicine.
Okay.
That's what I wanted to hear. That makes
Yeah.
me feel better.
Okay.
You cannot hurt him.
Yes.
You would have to probably take a pound of oil at once. The body cannot overdose on cannabis.
A little bit. That's all you have to do. Just put on his tongue.
Under his tongue.
Under your tongue. Wait, you just lick it off. Lick it off. Lick it off. Lick it off.
How'd it taste?
A little good.
All right. Good job, AJ.
Ready
Let's
to
have
have
some fun.
Dad ready to have some fun too.
Okay.
We just so happened to have a couple of salsa bottles in, so I threw the salsa away. And, well, we ate some of it, but I commandeered the jars. And the Tostitos, I put the THC oil in because I thought tea and tea. And then there wasn't any cannabis that began with an M. Oh, I should have said marijuana, shouldn't I? But the CBD's in the other one. But I actually did label them wrongly on the name. Anyway, we've been playing with them a little bit because we're trying to get him to eat, and THC promotes appetite and CBD stops your appetite. So we've been messing with the proportions, but we've kind of stuck to 2 to 3 now. 3 THC, 2 CBD. You woke up giggling yesterday morning, didn't you? And Mara was very pleased.
And so how do you feel now?
Good.
You look good. Yeah. Right on. Well, that's good.
Chica, we're gonna see how it feels, okay? If it's ready, that's a little extra time on it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get your mask, okay? Where's your ear, Chico?
Here.
Missing.
Here you go.
I'm just
Say you like
feeling.
sticking his nails in.
Squeeze me or dig into me as hard as you want to.
Okay, I just want to find it. I know.
There you go. Perfect, 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 perfect. There you go. There you
It's done.
go.
It's already
There you
done.
go. It's over.
It's all done. I'm done. I'm done. That's it. It's all over. You did fantastic. Okay, it's all done. It's all done. Breathe. It's all done. Oh.
Whoa. You can just have the sweet potato fries. Whole bag of...
Chico had a really horrible, harsh chemotherapy regime. It was very punishing, and he had 28 daily radiation sessions over like 5 or 6 week period. He was probably in hospital more days than he wasn't in hospital. Luckily, we were in a legal state. It would have caused way, way more stress to try and do this illegally and behind the backs of the doctors. At least everything was above board, everything was up front. I just find it absolutely staggering to accept that in this day and age, with the billions of dollars that are spent on cancer research, that the medicine that we were relying on is made in somebody's kitchen.
All good?
I just want to get you home. And get you back, you know, normal.
Bob, look. So I've already started the dose. She gets a much larger dose now. She's almost at a gram a day, a 1-to-1 ratio of CBD to THC. So we got her up to the cancer-killing dose. She's completely acclimated to it, has no side effects, no sleepiness. You would never know she's taken anything. Come on, baby. Oh, you can do it, honey.
Yeah, you got it.
Come see Mama.
You got it.
Yeah. Woo! Oh, good job, honey. You okay, Pumpkin Pie? We went in and they said, you know, this tumor has hit such a growth spurt that we need to do a biopsy and we need to make sure that this isn't a high-grade glioma. So then we had to schedule brain surgery. And luckily, all the tissue samples came back low grade. He hasn't had the best day today. I'm gonna have to do some IV fluids tonight. He's not drinking a whole lot, which is all part of the chemo. We're on day 5. It's kind of weird that it's so delayed, but she's not been doing too bad overall.
Here, baby, open.
Big bite. Yay, good girl. There she goes. You ready for some amazing results? This will be the second scan since we started chemo and have been at high doses of cannabis. So now we just wait. We wait for the good news, don't we, baby? She's hoarse from them putting a tube down her throat. We just got the call. There's some cell death. The tumor is actually dying in certain areas. There's no new growth, and it's. They said that they would like to be able to take credit for it all, but they just don't know if they can. I'm just thrilled. This is the most amazing news we could have ever gotten. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. She's gonna be okay. Oh my God.
I mean, we still have a battle ahead of us. We're still gonna have to do chemo, but I can actually see the future. I can see walking little Sophie down the aisle and you know, taking her to first dance recital and all those things that you want to do. It's a good feeling.
5 milligrams of oxy, okay?
He was addicted to opiates. He'd had to have Dilaudid when he was in the hospital to manage the pain, and that had created an opiate dependency. So they put him onto methadone to transition him off. Now, I fought and fought and fought them putting him on methadone for months and months and months. Finally, I caved in. And I knew that if I just managed to get him home, I could have got him off the opiates with oxycodone and cannabis oil, because I'd done it so many times before. But I caved in and agreed to put him on methadone, and it was a nightmare.
Your mom's here. We're taking a pause right now. We're taking a break. You're okay.
Jacob, can you get some paper? Yeah?
Would you let a first or second grader or any child use medical marijuana?
We do know in people who start before the age of 15 and keep doing it throughout their life, even sporadically, tend to have an impact later on in life. They lose about 8 IQ points on average. Again, these are hard studies to come by. That was a study out of the Netherlands.
How does methadone affect the developing brain? How does Dilaudid affect the developing brain? How do these heavy-duty opiates that they prescribe willy-nilly to children? Nobody looks at the effects of those types of medicines on the developing brain, and I can tell you for sure that a kid who's on methadone is way, way lower in terms of their mental capacity and functioning. The best thing we ever did was get Chico weaned off methadone as fast as we could, and we did that with the help of the oil. We titrated the methadone down as the oil came up, and we saw his mental capacity return as the methadone went away, even though the cannabis oil was coming up. That's why I'm not really taking very seriously the IQ point argument, but even if it's true, frankly, it's a small price to pay.
When we started the oil, it was right after surgery. He was in so much pain. Every morning, she leaves at 4 or 5:30 in the morning. When he would wake up, he would be crying in bed, screaming for me. He was in so much pain, and I would give him 2 Oxycontin at 6 o'clock in the morning. 2 to 3 hours later, I would give him 2 Norco. 2 to 3 hours later, I would give him either Advil, Motrin, Excedrin, anything I could give him to get to that next span of giving him 2 more Oxycontin and then 2 more Norco. And we were doing this around the clock the entire time.
And he wasn't eating and he was vomiting all the time?
Yes.
But you know what's amazing is, you know, when she brought us home and she says it's a sesame seed size, you know, half of it, and you look at that. You look at what size that is.
It's nothing.
And I looked at him and said, this isn't going to work. You know, I felt like we wasted our money. Hi, Monkey. What are you doing?
Getting some orange juice.
Within 3 days, he was off all the pain pills. He was eating.
It was like,
wow.
It was like
Amazing.
Monday or Tuesday
Amazing.
when we started it. By Friday, he was taking 1 Oxycontin all day, and it was just like, something's happening. I don't know what, but it's good.
There's so many people out there that could use this medicine and where it could improve their lives, where they are so far off from having access. And in the meantime, they're just being fed a steady stream of pharmaceutical drugs. And year after year, we see the number of people dying from accidental overdose due to pharmaceutical drugs get higher and higher.
It's remarkable when you look at this explosion of research studies coming out about the way in which marijuana is reducing the problems with opioids and other pharmaceuticals.
80% of the prescription drugs are made from opiates, and I think as the world learns and understands that it's addicted to heroin, to opiates, I think that the world, once over, will learn how to free itself. But right now, the science is being blocked, and it's being blocked by big pharma not wanting the science to succeed.
In the big picture, the pharmaceutical industry, which controls the medical community, it's a big money-driven machine. You have these people, they're using morphine, they're using fentanyl, all these drugs that are respiratory depressants that in themselves can accidentally, inherently kill you. But because it's prescribed by the hospital, because it originates from our pharmaceutical industry, it's accepted by society. And this has this reputation for recreational use and it's by technicality a Schedule I narcotic, it's, you know, it's a little, like I said, infuriating because, you know, for us, we're using it to save our child's life.